Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while scratching my flimsy nose while coming at you with thoughts of the day. You're wondering what I'm doing in my bathrobe still. I actually have clothes on under it, but it was chilly when I came out here a little bit ago. I've been finishing up work, straightening up the house, pitching out the litter pans, you know, like a horse stall pitch, and this and that. But I still have to get Aunt Liz. I'm going to take a shower and probably vacuum. Mother and I exchanged vacuums. So I have a super duper powerful vacuum since I have cats, you know, a lot of hair and stuff. So very exciting news today. Actually, I wanted to know something from my overseas viewers, because I do have a handful, like Batty Woman and Your Eye Colors, other people, Mark Damon. Do you have a war on Christmas over there? I crack up saying it. Do you, you know, are you, gosh, this robe's kind of dirty. Sorry. I think I should throw it in the wash. Anyhow, is your country claiming that there's a war on Christmas? I just want to know if that's strictly a, an American thing or not. It's just so funny. If you really look at the genesis of the whole thing, it's real cute. I mean, okay. I don't want to get off on that again, because I think I covered it enough last night, but I do want to know if this is strictly a United States thing. Because, you know, we are very unique over here in many manners, ladies and gentlemen. We think that, you know, bombing people is a way to bring them freedom, I guess. And what else do we think? Oh, all kinds of jazz. You know, it's more important to give a gazillion dollars to the military-industrial complex than, say, I don't know, do something about the other issues we have. Energy and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Healthcare, and real healthcare. I mean, the problem with our healthcare system, so to speak, is a lot, you know, tenfold or something, but we don't really give any credence, I think, is that the right word? Whatever, to alternative stuff. I mean, if you look back at that gentleman, Wilhelm Reich, and also another gentleman whose name always escapes me, he was a doctor in the 30s. They were able to cure that. Remember I told you they were able to cure cancer with these vibrational techniques. I'm not sure of the exact scientific language of it all, but yeah, and of course they were basically demonized by the American Medical Association, and their research was taken, and you know, a lot of mysterious, weird things happen to people like this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take my word for it, just look it up. It just seems like people that blow the whistle or come up with a cure or can run gasoline on, can run vehicles on water. They mysteriously, you know, end up choking on a hot pepper or something at a local restaurant, or, you know, just dying in some weird way. I don't trust governmental agencies, in case you haven't noticed that by now. You know, neither George Carlin. Like, I'm totally like George Carlin. I'm not, of course. He was, oh my God, for entertainment, like when I'm really feeling kind of bummed out, I just turn him on. Hilarious and absolutely on target with everything he said that comes to mind anyway. But he was saying something about his first #1 rule is do not trust what the government is telling you. And a lot of people don't realize, of course, that's coming out of corporate media. Which is controlled by the government. Controlled media, corporate media. So, you know, the same funding for them as the various people in office. Very suspicious to me, ladies and gentlemen. Which brings me to this. I'm wondering how many of you have heard about the Clinton-Russia collusion. Yeah. You know how I've been saying all along that the Trump-Russia thing is bogus, and you know I'm not a supporter of Trump, but I'm also fair, and I'm not going to blame him for something that doesn't appear that he did anyway. No proof for it at this point. In fact, there's proof to the contrary in terms of Russia hacking and all that. I've been over it a million times. I won't make it 1,000,001. But I'm just wondering, have you heard about, you know, the real story there that is finally creeping out? I think it was even in The Hill. The Hill, which is kind of a corporate-run publication in Washington. Jimmy Dore covered it. Credit where it's due. So did Jordan Sheridan of TYT Politics. I happened to see something he did on it. Mike Rivero covered it. Of course, Mike Rivero was kind of making me mad the other day. I tuned in for a little bit, mainly just to hear the chat. He did a really good job covering the Clinton thing, but he did, for some reason, he got goofed up, or was getting his information in the wrong place, claiming that progressives don't like Tom Perez. They really wanted to keep Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I mean, that is just not true. Oh my God. There are no progressives that like Debbie Wasserman Schultz. They all couldn't stand her. So they wanted, a lot of them wanted Keith Ellison, and then a lot of people didn't want Keith Ellison because they thought he was too inclined to go for a no-fly zone over Syria, and his funding was a bit suspicious in terms of the military-industrial complex. Very difficult to find any politician that isn't wrapped up with the military-industrial complex these days. Anyhow, God, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling. I just sort of wanted to do one video before I spring into more action, wash my bathrobe, for heaven's sakes, and do the things I have to do. So, I guess that's all. Let me know if you've heard about the Clinton scandal with the FBI covering for her with the Russia and the Uranium One deal. I'd be curious to know how many of you have seen that. I'm trying to think where you can even hear the story. I suppose Jordan Sheridan and Jimmy Dore and Mike Rivero, the beginning of his show yesterday, talked about it. So, Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. And research before you judge. Love you.